Do you define success in accordance with the world or the Word of God? Good morning, my name is Cody Archer. I'm a part of the Revive Israel team. I'm hiking and doing some running early morning just outside of Jerusalem here in the Judean hills of the West Bank over there. But I've been thinking about it this morning and praying and really looking at different figures in the Bible and how if the world was to look at their lives at different seasons, we would really, in a sense, cast them out, or we would downgrade them or write them off saying they are definitely not succeeding. Let me give you a few examples. Let's look at the life of David for a second. There was a time where Saul and his army are chasing after David, looking to kill him, and David is fleeing. He's hiding under rocks in caves. He's running all over the countryside in the Judean mountains. He's headed to the Philistines. And if the world was to look at David's life in that season of his life, we would write him off and say, that guy is definitely not succeeding. There's problems. There's a lot of issues in his life. God's hand of favor is not upon him. But we know the end of the story. God raises him up as a king from the shepherd fields. Let's look at Joseph. Joseph is thrown into the prison in Egypt, and he's there for an extended season. And the world today would look at that situation and say, Joseph, we write you off. You are not succeeding. And let's look at the life of John the Baptist. John the Baptist is called out into the wilderness. He's out there for about 18 years before the word of the Lord comes to him. And again, this is a massive miss out if you look at what opportunity he could have had if he would have stayed in Jerusalem. His father was a priest serving in the temple, so John the Baptist gave up the pompous life, the fame, the money, all the nation coming to Jerusalem, being in that center place. He gave that all up to go to the wilderness, and the world today would look at that lifestyle choice and say, what a wasted life. That is not success. We even look at Jesus at the end of his life. Most or all of his disciples leave him out of fear. They're confused. They don't know what's going on. And we could look at Jesus' life right before he goes to the cross and say, what a disaster. Where's the success in Jesus' ministry? And so my encouragement to you, and this is to myself, you know what? It doesn't matter what season you're going through, whether you're at the peak or you're in the valley, you're in the dungeon, you're in the pit, you're going through the fires of purifying. Doesn't matter what season we're in, we must not buy into what the world defines as success. The world tells us that we have to produce, we have to be busy, we have to be doing things. It has to look flashy. It has to be so many things that puts this burden upon us. But the way that God defines success, and this is important, is that we are loved by him and we love him back in return. If we can do that, if we can allow God to love us and we can love him back in return, love him with all of our heart, soul, mind, and strength, that, according to the Bible, is success. That's what a successful life looks like. It's not about all this ministry and numbers and a big platform and many things that the world says that's a successful minister or a businessman. God is looking at the heart. He's looking at the measure of love in our hearts, how we love him, how we love others. So make that the standard. Let's make that my standard. Let's make that your standard, that we are people who are going after loving God, being loved by him, and pouring it out onto others. Let's go do that.